Okay, morning students. Let's start our class for today. Right. Today we are going. Last class we saw about four variable and three variable K map, and this class we are going to see five variable K map. Right. So there are several options available to us when we have variable K map. The way we are going to make the boxes. So one option is here. Suppose we have f a function which is p q r s t. These are the variables of the functions. There are five variables p q, right? So four variables we have already done that. So we can for five variables what we can do is we can make two boxes, right? One with p equal to 0 and one with p equal to 1, right? This we take this is the simple four variable K map like we did it in the last class. So we are going to make two boxes now, one with p equal to 0, one with p equal to 1. Is it clear? Anybody? Can you just switch on your mic and say?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now, if you see the arrangement of the min terms, okay, for p equal to 0, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the next one starts here. Now p has become 1. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 20, then comes the last row 24, 25, 26, and then 27 inside. 28, 29, 30 is in the outermost, 31 is inside. So these are how the min terms are going to be spread. Now we got to fill the min terms as per the expression. Okay. Radhika, are you able to hear the other group?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now once you have made the boxes like this, now we put all the min terms. 0. Okay. 0 is put here. 0 is put here. So then you have for 0 you have put a min term 1 out here, right? And then for 2 min term 2, is there an error here? Yeah, 1 is left here, 2 is put here, right? Then 3. Then you have 4 coming here, right? 5 is not there, 6 is not there, 7 is there. Okay, and then 8 is there. Okay, 8 coming in the last row, 8, and 9 is not there, 10 is there, 11. Okay, and then coming to this row where you have 12 is there, 13, 14, 15 is not there, and then you have 16 which is there, then you have 18 which is there, then you have 20 is there, 23 is there, 24, 25, 26, 27, and then 28 is there. Okay, so we have put ones all on all the places here, right? So these are the boxes which we did for the K, right? So this box is there. We can group these four. These are different boxes. Okay, so individually you will have to put the bracket. Assuming this is just a 4, we put okay. These four corners have been grouped as one box. These four verticals have been grouped as one box. Okay, this is a singular one which is left. You can't group with anybody. Okay, here also it's a singular one. You can't group with anybody, right? Here there are another 4, so one more group has been made. Okay, now can anybody guess what is the expression? We have got two boxes, so just
Excuse me.
yeah, tell me.
Can we, like the way we have connected the four corners of left box and the right
Yeah,
box?
no,
So we
they're different four. These are four
so we
different.
cannot connect two elements from different boxes, right? Or is there a way?
Uh, no, I want you to guess that now. Time being, we
Exactly.
have just done independently, right? Okay. Now we have done independently. Can you tell me, can we club no, these two, four and write an expression for that? Or is it possible or it's not possible?
It is possible to club first two rows, first two columns of both.
Uh, we want to
What
club.
corners?
We want to club these two. You said right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What will be the
So if we
expression?
club those two, then the expression it will reduce to ST only.
It will reduce to
S dash T dash. Sorry.
S dash T dash. Correct. Correct. If so, whatever is common. Okay. So we just write that, right? If you see here P is 0, it is P is 1. So that means it is not dependent on P1. So it is ST. So this box and this box, okay, we can club it and just write as ST. What about the corner 4 ones also?
Both corner sets can be clubbed
Yeah, it can be a clubbed, right? The 4 corners also. Okay, what about this yellow one?
independent.
Yeah, so how do we write the expression for that?
P Q R bar.
Yeah, right. It is P now because it is not common here. It is only specific to P equal to 1. So that expression will be P Q R bar. Okay. And what about these singular ones?
Clubbed.
They can be clubbed. And what would be the expression for it?
S dash T.
Yeah, S dash T, S dash RST. Right? It is a single.
Q dash RS.
Q dash RST. Okay. So now you all got a hang of it, how it is to be done. Like S dash
Hello,
T.
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, how do we decide that where the fifth variable is complemented? Like here you wrote p is equal to 0 in the first part.
Yeah.
So how do we decide that where it has to be in complemented form?
You can also do no, PQRS and make T equal to 0 and T equal to 1.
So then the literal form would change.
Yeah, it will change. Then you will have to put accordingly these things. Right? The min terms. You have to be careful with the min terms. Right? So P equal to 0 will be the ideal because the min terms will go in a specific sequence while placing. Right? Because it will start from 0, it will go in this order. So you're less likely to make a mistake, but otherwise you can do it if you are careful with the min terms. Suppose if it is an expression based this thing, right? If somebody gives f is equal to q plus rt plus something like that, right? Instead of min terms. Okay, in those circumstances, you might as well you can write and add t because from the expression, so it doesn't matter. You just have to see those expressions and write, right? But if you're going to jumble up this and take say r outside, it is going to be even more difficult. So this is the best possible thing to do. Okay, so let's take.
So can you
Yeah.
explain how the P is there? I mean, in
Yeah.
PQR dash,
Yeah.
PQR dash, how
Yeah.
did we write that?
This one is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is not here. That means what P has to be 1. So that's why that P has come. If had this been here, it would have been P dash.
Okay, so shouldn't that be the case with like S dash T dash, the first term? In that also it should be.
No, it is not dependent on P. Either for P equal to
Also
0
in
and
the second K map. So in the second K map.
in the second K map.
Yeah, that the left side grouping, that is also S dash T dash, right?
Second, which grouping? But this one, right?
P1.
S
Yeah,
dash
P-
T dash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in S dash T dash, right? You have
Yeah.
it is not dependent on P at all, right? Like here, Q and R are varying. So P and Q are varying. Only S and T are fixed. So you have written S dash T dash, right? If you extend that logic, P is varying from here to here.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay,
It is
right.
not dependent on P now.
Yeah, I got it.
Right? The way it is not dependent on Q and R, same way from when we see across the table, it is not dependent on P. So as long as it is, we make two tables and all those common ones, we just remove P from wherever it is common.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So we go to one product of some examples. Okay. So
Excuse me, sir.
yeah, tell me.
So what if we made a 4 by 8 or 8 by 4 K map, and we do the numbering as how we did for gray code for 4 by 4 K map?
Yeah.
Is it still possible to get a simplified expression?
Yeah, it is possible. I'll show you one example that way also.
Yes.
Okay, next slide. I'll show you that. Okay. Here, may I know who asked this question? I just didn't register your
Sir,
name.
my name is Ruben, sir.
Okay, yeah, okay, Ruben. Okay. So these are the like for zeros, we have clubbed up all the zeros out here, right? All these zeros and all these zeros. So it is common in both these tables. Again, all the it is the same example, only instead of ones it is 0. So you see the expressions would slightly modify because it is max terms. Okay, since your exams are approaching, can you just tell me what would be this term be? This vertical one? Anybody?
S plus T.
Yeah, yeah. It will be S plus T. Correct. So and then similarly, because P it is going to be common here. So and here it is going to be slightly different. It will be like C, P dash. Right. So this is S plus T. These four corners are R plus T, and here these two together, it is, since it is Q R dash S dash T and P dash Q R. Here it is 1, but since we are talking about min terms, it becomes P dash. So it is very, very similar to these terms. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So this numbering of the boxes, is there any way to derive it, or we should remember it the way it is done?
These numbering, is it? It is pretty logical, no? If you think 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, because it's a gray code out here, right? Then again here also it's a gray code, so it will become 8, 9, 10, 11. Then
So
the
how
4.
is that 11 and 10 related to the gray code? So like there
Here.
11 comes before 10.
Yeah, because 1, 1, right? And then 1, 0.
Oh, okay.
Right? So only there will be a swap in between the third and fourth column. Here also there will be swap between third, vertically as well as horizontally between. There will be swap between the third and fourth column, right?
In the truth table, generally it's the other way around. Yeah.
Correct. You just have to remember it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then you come to the third, like here in the column you have swept, same way in the row also. The third will be 8, 9, 10, 11. Right?
Understood. Sir.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to remember. Right? Okay. Now, like Ruben suggested, we can also make a table like a gray code table. Right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 here, and then this is the gray code which is extended. If you see 1, 0, 1, 0, and then you put all ones here. 1, 0, 1, 1. So if you see, you can club big boxes here, because these four can be called as an adjacent box. Okay, so these there is also although you can make such four boxes, big boxes, or 8 boxes in this. One more thing which you got to remember is, even see this element 0, 1, 1 and 1, 0, 1, the mirror images, these two also they can be clubbed. Understand? 0, 1, 1, right, and 1, 1, 1. These two can be clubbed, or these two and these two. Okay, so such mirror images also can be clubbed. So this is also one option of doing by gray code method also.
So please explain the clubbing in this one again.
See, all the boxes can be clubbed here, right? Also, like four, like these 4 can be clubbed together, or all these 8 can be clubbed together like this. These 8 big boxes, you can make big boxes because they are all moving only 1 bit difference, right? And also the mirror image elements, like suppose this 001, which is the second one in the topmost row, and 101, which is second last one from the topmost row. So if you see what is the difference, only 1 bit difference is there, right? So you can club those also, right? Okay, when we see the examples, it will become even clear. See, okay, so these are the ones which have been done, right? So this 1 can be clubbed, right? These corners 1 can be clubbed. These 4 ones and these 4 ones can be clubbed. Okay, and like these 4 ones can be clubbed, right? If you try to so then you can write the expressions accordingly. Okay, for these two, if you see what are the things which are remaining constant, A and B are 0 0 and C D E. So E bar. So it will A bar, B bar and E bar, this 1 1. Is this clear? How this comes to A bar, B bar and E bar? Anybody here?
Sir, D is also constant, right?
Where?
bar.
Yeah. A bar, B bar, D, E bar. D, E bar. It will be like this. If you see for these 4 and these 4, if you see, okay, so A is changing, so it will be B, and here C. C, no, D. D is common, right? D is not changing. Only so it becomes BD, right? So let me refresh.
So I think it will change.
BE is common for these 4 and these 4 in the A8, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. B and E are not changing, right? So you have BE, that, right? And this we discussed, so it is added. Similarly for these 4, if you see A is not changing out here, right? And then it is 0, the last bit E is not changing here, right? And 1 C. Between these two and these two, right? We are talking about these 4 ones. Here you have A,
So D.
yeah, B dash and E dash. No, D dash,
D.
yeah, E. So that's all. So you can accordingly group this by using a gray code. So whichever you feel comfortable, you can use any one of the techniques, either the first one or this one, whichever is comfortable to you. These are all.
Sir?
Yeah, tell me.
So in this, the numbering isn't shown. So how would we we just match the corresponding to table values as compared to the A, B, and C?
No, yeah, you can number it like this. This is M1, M2, M3, M4. Then it is in the reverse order here. M5, M6, M4, M5, M6 and M7 here. Is it understood? M0, M1, M2, M3. Then you start from here, from right to left. M4, M5, M6 and M7. Okay. Then M8, M9, M10 and M11, M12, M13, M14 and M15. Then you come to the third row. M16, M17, M18 and what in that series I missed out some. Then here, then it goes from here, here, here and here. Right? It's the same. It is very similar to that only. Right? We can do that also.
All right, sir, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So this is again example of one more example of gray code, right? So there are 2 numbers here. These 2 numbers are here. So these 2 and these 4 have been grouped in strong blue line, if you what you should, without dotted. So that comes out to be A bar, B bar, and E. Okay, and these dotted lines. So obviously, if you are grouping 4 in this case, since it's an 5 variable, if you group 4, you will get 3. Whereas in the 4, we saw that if you are grouping 4, you will get two variables. Here it is a 5th variable is also there. So if you are grouping 4, you will get 3 variables. If you are grouping 8, you will get 2 variables. So we are grouping 4, so we are getting 3 variables here. Now these 1 they can't be grouped into a 4, so it is grouped into a 2. So that is why a 4-bit expression has come, right? Single one will be 5-bit, 5 variables will be there in that expression. 2 will give you 4. Just grouping 2 elements means only one element is removed, right? One adjacent one which is changing is removed. So if you see in this case, E is changing from 0 to 1, so that has been removed here, right? In this case, both C and D are changing, so both have been removed. So you have a bigger group of 4, right? And similarly, these two and these two have been grouped. These two have been grouped. This have been grouped. This has been grouped. So you will find all the various expressions which is related to this 5-1, right? So this is how we do. This is all 5 grouping.
So
Yeah.
we should turn to the previous slide, please, once again.
Which one? This one?
Just yeah. So in this, the number of groups is 3 or 4.
Number of groups.
Total number of sets.
This is one group, 1, 2,
So
3.
at the
Yeah.
bottom we have one set of 8, one of 4.
No. All these 4 have been grouped into one, right? It is A bar.
How we do it mirror wise, right?
Yeah, this is the these are mirror images, right? So
Okay, so this is one group and
yeah.
the other 2 is a different group. So how come is it a group of 4?
Yeah, I can see this is 4. Yeah, there is an error somewhere. This is group of 8. No, it's
So
okay.
this is fine. The top one, the topmost one I'm asking. Is
Yeah.
it a group of 2, 4 or 2 groups of
4 group. It's just a group of 4. It's a single group, this. Okay, the expression would be 0, 0, right, among these 4, and A dash, B dash, and C, D, there are different combinations, whereas E, it is 0. So it will be A dash.
Group only mirror wise, you said.
Yeah. So,
But how come we are grouping 1 and 3?
No,
M1,
I said-
M0 and M3.
see, we can do adjacent ones, and these are actually, there is a mirror along this axis where you have joined. So that is why there's some space.
Yes, sir.
So if you take this 1 and 1 as one thing, if you flip it vertically with respect to the vertical axis, will it fall on the same 1 on the other table?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they become one group. Like how are we grouped these 4? There is a vertical. Assume there is a vertical axis here. Okay, you fold this table and put it on the other side, right? So these 4 will fall on these 4, right? That's why we have grouped. Similarly, these 2, when we fold it and put it there, it will fall on these 2, right? So
Suppose can we group M0 and M2? I'm asking M0, and if you are just 1 at M0, 1 at M2, so can we group that?
1 at M0 and
And 1 at M2. M2 is the right side of this. 0, 1, 3, 2. Right?
no,
Yeah.
this is the one you are telling M0 and
M0,
and one, the other one.
the fourth progress 3 blocks to the right. This one.
This one,
Can
huh?
we group these?
Yeah, you can group those 2 also.
Okay, so fine.
That is within that. No? Then the expression will be like A0, B0, and yeah, you can figure out.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is what Ruben had suggested. We can do that. There is one more which is known as overlay version. Okay. In this, if you see, right, this is one table. This is one table. You have to imagine you are going to place this table on top of this table, right? So there is a specific order in which we write here. It is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. It is a normal binary progression here. Like you are not taking a mirror, you are putting a 1 here and you are putting it 0, 0 like we did in the first case. We are going to write it in the same manner, and then we have to imagine a 3D figure. 3D figure means we have to assume that this is placed on top of this, right? In that case, whatever falls vertically below can be grouped, right? This is known as the overlay, right? Like these 1, 1, 1, right? And these 1, 1, once they are placed over each other, they'll fall in the same vertical axis. So they can be grouped accordingly, right? Similarly, this 1, 1 and this 1, 1, this is an overlay, right? It has been written like, although it is written one besides the other, we have to assume that we are lifting this table here and putting on top of that, and vertically also we can group in the vertical axis. Okay, so this 1, 1 and this 1, 1 also can get grouped. So that way, so you have to, if you have an 3D vision, so you are free to use these kind of things also. So I am just putting these slides. You don't have to do it you are free to choose your method, whatever is simple to you. I am just discussing. The first one appears to be the most easy, so you can always use that. And just I am telling you that there are other ways also to do it, which you may, if you feel comfortable, you can use that. It's
Excuse
not,
me, sir.
yeah.
Sir, in this method, the overlay method, like
Yeah.
do we have to like assume it like a book near the mirror and then flip the book over, or we have to just move the second part over?
No. Yeah, move the second part over the first part, so that there is only one bit change. See 0, 0, 0, on top of that it will be 1, 0, 0.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
So see, these are not the mirror images, this 1 and 1 normally, right? But still they have been clubbed, you see. In other configuration, this one and this one cannot be clubbed, right? In the gray code, right? In the mirror one. Here it can be clubbed in this, because you are going to place one over the other. Final results will all be the same, okay, any method. So here you see this is the typical case where these two are getting clubbed because you are going to place one over the other. So these are some of the methods which you can do. Okay. Okay, this is again 6 variable. Okay, these things are not there in your syllabus 6 variable. I've just told, okay, you could extend this philosophy into 6 variable also, right? Till 6 variable, human beings can draw K-map and do. 7 variable, it is going to be, you have to be some very, very extra intelligent to do it for a human being. But till 6 variable we can handle like this. 7th variable, 8th variable, it's going to be very complex for us, right? So this also people try and attempt. So how to do it, right? So so this is how we can do first. You see again, mirror, like you have mirror in the vertical axis. You now with 6 variables, you have one more mirror in the horizontal axis also here. Even the first method what we did, that also can be done in, we can make 4 different boxes and we can accordingly group it. If it is common for all the 4, right? If it is common for all the 4, then that because you will take 2 variables out, right? 4 variables plus 2 variables. If it is common in all the boxes, then those 2 additional variables which made these 4 different boxes, that we need to neglect. But if it is there only in 2 of the main boxes, then accordingly from those 2 only one expression will come, right? It will be either P bar or Q bar, like that. So it is just extension of that same 5 K-map principle into 6 K-map also. So it is not there in the syllabus, but I have just flashed it so that you know, okay, something like this also exists. Okay, so there are also several softwares available, some free online also available, which can go up to 13 variables, where it will ask for, it will give a table where you will have to 2-dimensional table where you will have to fill all the variables, and it will run an algorithm, and if you will give, it will give you the this thing, final expressions. So in case you are going for some research, okay, or you are doing some practical circuit, and if you are stuck with simplifying the expression, manually, you know the concept, okay, but since there is a software and a tool available, you don't you need not do the manual calculation, you can just feed in. So if you go to some sites, you will find there will be some 6 or 7 variable, up to 13 variable it's there. So it will say, okay, tell you to feed the M0, M1 values, okay, or whatever is there. So once you take, it will run an algorithm and it will give you the expression, okay. That is in case you are going to do a research, okay. So don't try to use that in your exams, okay. Be honest and try to do it yourself manually for your exams, okay. Okay. Now I just wanted to discuss towards the end some problems which many of you got confused in the mock test. Okay, these things are pretty simple. Okay, once I say, okay, it's a 4-bit computer, what will be the range of numbers which it can handle? It's pretty simple, right? +7 to -8. Okay, so anything beyond that, will be an overflow condition. Okay, so just remember, the keyword will be how many bits are there in that computer. Okay, so any answer if you are going to tell which is beyond the handling capacity of the microprocessor, because it is specified, it's a 4-bit 2's complement computer, okay, microprocessor, then obviously the range will be from +7 to -7. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful while answering the questions like that. Once it is specified, it's a 4-bit 2's complement computer. If I say it is a 4-bit unsigned computer, then the numbers it will handle will be from 0 to 15. If I say it is a 4-bit 2's complement computer, then the number of bits the handle will be from -7 to from +7 to -8. Okay, so once that is clear, then you will be able to solve all the questions which are coming, like you will not get confused. So just remember those keywords in the question itself. Whatever is specified, you need to stick to that. Okay, one is that, and then you should know in what conditions there will be overflow, in what conditions there will be carry. So that was discussed. That's why I put similar questions in the tutorial also. In fact, in the mock test, so I just picked a few questions from the tutorial itself. So and all other that security issue which popped up, and I have resolved all those issues, and there was small typing error in the code, so few students were not able to proceed further. So those issues have been resolved. So anyway, but see, it is each one of you's responsibility to have a good internet connectivity, and don't try to do it from your mobile phones, because this A complements and all, no, it will not be visible. So you are likely to make mistakes, unless you have very, very good eyesight, right? With a common eyesight in the mobiles, you are very likely to make mistakes. So use a bigger screen. Okay, so I just wanted to tell this before the exam. Similarly, you just need to remember these conditions, where will be overflow and when will be a carry. Some questions based on these will be.
So what is the purpose of the V bit over there?
V bit, right? This one, no?
Yes, sir.
It will indicate the overflow has, because if you have just an half adder, and if you add say in this case -4 and -1, now how will the computer come to know okay the answer is not correct, right? It is 0 1 1 1, right? But this is not the correct answer. This is not -9. So I have to tell, right, it is an overflow condition.
So how do we access the C3 bit in a 4-bit adder? There's the microchip. How do we access the C3 bit?
Yeah, it is possible. If you see in the lab video which I had said, I said that particular IC which we are using, we can't access it, right? But whereas there are other chips which will give you access to those also, right? In microprocessors, though, you are tuning every transistor, so you have the output of every bit. So you will have an even for the discrete ICs also. I in fact referred to one chip also there where you have access to those chips, right?
Alright, thank you.
Okay. We assume two.
Five variable came up there in test.
No, five variable is not there. Five variable is not there. I told, although I covered it today, it will be too difficult to put it into a multiple choice. Right? Test will be very simple. If you have to listen carefully to the videos, because many times I might have stressed on some aspects which are of practical importance. Okay, so those things will be there. So if you have generally paid attention to the class, you should be able to score 100%. They're not at all complicated. Okay, it's slightly time consuming. So so if you try to search for the answers here and there, you will lose time and you may run short of time. But if you have just gone through the videos, all the video lectures, you should be able to score 100%. And that's the way I have set the paper. Okay. So that's all. Shall we stop here? Is there any questions? So overflow in 2's, Mans has got it out. So overflow in 2's complement addition occurs when carry is generated or when the allowed range for no. See, yeah. Again, I'm repeating that. I'll give, see, 4 and minus 3, right? You add, there is a carry generated here. It doesn't mean it is invalid number. You just neglect it, right? So overflow, carry alone doesn't indicate it is an overflow condition. It is to be, it can be neglected. Yeah, it is, the overflow is carry from this stage and a function of XOR of the carry from the previous stage. So carry alone will not indicate that it is an overflow condition. Okay. It depends on. Okay. So I'll recommend you all go through all the videos here. Tuesday, I will not introduce any new concept. But Tuesday will be a doubt clearing class. Okay. So all of you have today and tomorrow and Monday. Just go through all the videos. I'm sure you will start having small doubts where. So Tuesday we will spend time so that you are better prepared for your exams. Okay. So adding so adding 4 and minus 3 isn't an overflow. Yeah, it is not, right? The answer should be 1. And 1 is within the limits, right? So it will not generate an overflow. Okay. Yeah, whenever V is 1, it will be an overflow, right? And there may not be carry, but still there V could be 1, right? Since it's an XOR gate, I have given that 4, see here, this is the specific example where there will not be a carry. Add 4 and 4. Okay, is there a carry? No. But is there a overflow? It is, because it can handle only till plus 7, because it's a 2's complement 4-bit computer. So this is an example. The first one is an example. I specifically introduced these 4 examples for a reason, to tell you that carry alone doesn't have any meaning. Here you have a carry, but it is not an this thing. It is still a valid. Here we don't have a carry, but still it is invalid. So V is a totally different function. It's an XOR of this carry from this stage and this stage, previous 2 stage. So only then it will be a carry overflow. Yeah, you will have NOR NAND implementation also. It's pretty simple, right? So you will have NAND NOR applications also. Yeah, for a 4-bit computer, not necessarily you will have an 4-bit in your exam. It could be 8-bit, 16-bit. Accordingly, you'll have to, once the, next week the labs will be as usual, right? So I don't think now you will take more than half an hour to do anything in LT Spice. You all become experts in LT Spice. So you can do that. There will not be any lab in the lab assessment in the following week. Okay. In the next week, it will be assessment of experiment number 3. In the following week, you have to install Xilinx. So you might have some, so I have not planned anything because you will have other subject exams also. So you will have to, that week we'll use for installation of Xilinx. So we'll do that. Yeah. The test link issue is solved. That's why I conducted a mock test. I know there are two different issues. One was a small error in my code, and the other one was one of my servers. I had 3 servers running. One of my server I had not given the security exemption, so you might have got that it's an a server you had to go give the go ahead to accept give exemption to the security settings, but that will not happen in the main exam. I have posted the syllabus also. It will be everything which is covered till you can say what was covered till the last class, till Thursday. Okay. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, most of us have this habit of, even my son, he used to just read the PDFs and what is being told in the class because that is good enough for exams. But I recommend those books which I had given you in the link, right? Just go through like a novel. They're very, very good books. Okay. Morris Mano, Tosi will say so. 2-3 chapters, not for the exam point of view, but otherwise later on it will help you for your interviews and things. Although I try to describe things so that it is more practical in nature and it is industry oriented, what whenever I say so, generally in an if you see any course, any textbook, this circuit will not be presented in the number systems, right? Whereas I have included in the number systems because we are not mathematicians, we are engineers, right? So finally we are more interested in what happens in. So that's why I have clubbed all these, I have put all these things in the number systems itself. So I'm trying to prepare you for interviews and things like that. But it will be very nice if you could spend some time reading those books also, right? 3-4 books which I have, which link I have given you the soft copies. Don't even have to buy that, but just spend some time and read those books also. It will give you a lot of knowledge. Okay. So that's all for today. No, we will not have an hobby class. I don't want you to lose out marks in your exams and all because of hobby class. So we'll have hobby class only after the exams, right? Okay. So thanks a lot. Okay. Thanks and God bless you, all of you. Okay.